Okay, let's head north. Bye, Akanaya.
Of course. Bounty on merchant ships.
Athens needs to win this war in the name of democracy. Destroy their ranks. I'm just gonna accept all these, and if I get to them, I get to them. Nice hat. This hat is known to be so protective against the sun that its wearer is nearly immune to sunburn.
Only a tier 3? But he has a legendary...
In position!
Let me check my quests.
Good to have you back, Commander.
Herodotus, you get to sit on the bench.
Big fish!
There we go. Just so we can fill in this map.
Alright, lads, we're going this way. Not because there's anything here, but because I want to...
There we go.
Hey!
The Delian League. Fight for Athens in the war. They rally the people to meet Sparta in battle.
So, Priam. I kid you not, I bet Priam is safe.
Oh, I thought it said Leon's Vista for a sec. 'Cause viewpoint. Petrified Islands, land of sapphic love.
Bird, look at me. I'm not standing.
Hey, this is my bird space. What do we have here?
Ruins, it looks like.
So, bandit camp? Oh, that too.
Ruins have to look at me.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
Don't be spotted. They're busy fighting someone else.
I don't know if that's scripted or not, because that always seems to happen a lot when I go to like some of these camps where like someone just happens to be driving by, so it draws everybody to them. It's like, okay, guess I can just sneak in and loot everything.
Hey,
That was easy. Off we go. Come, Phobos Abraxas.
got some more info. Okay, you were riding a horse. It may be a horse on fire, but it is a horse nonetheless.
But it's the immortal
That
horse.
means it is not a mountain goat.
It's the immortal horse Abraxas.
That does not mean it defies gravity.
Says you.
I'm on.
Plus it has a flaming skull for a head. I'm basically half Ghost Rider.
Yeah, go straight.
My horse is...
It's called the Thieves' Cave, but there are no thieves. Yeah, it's as big as what's in the phone there.
Hi. Oh, that was my fault. Hey, Phobos.
This cave looks like a thief's hideout. This definitely is not a traveler. He must live nearby. This was a very busy thief.
Is this part of a quest?
This has to be.
Yeah, it has to be like part of a quest or something.
Don't worry, thief. I killed the bear.
I killed the bear that was guarding your stuff.
But I also took all your stuff, which I mean wasn't your
Caldros the Bull?
What?
He's the nation leader? I'm pretty sure he was a cultist, I thought. Or maybe I'm thinking of just a mercenary.
Wait a minute. The sage is here. That's the cultist up in the corner. It's the sage. That one that you have to read.
There he is.
Yeah, he's
But it says...
so she's here. She's up north.
Hold on, hold on.
But how does the book? Location unknown.
Oh, he's up here on this island. Ah, the... Okay, Lesbos and Chios are part of the same... Okay, never mind. Never mind.
The sage is on this island.
Yeah, the sage is on this island, and he is the
nation
leader on the
is
other...
on
Yeah.
the next island.
I didn't realize there was another island to this region.
Me neither. It's so confusing.
That's why... But hey, I recognize the name at least.
Yeah,
I was like, I know that name from something.
I recognize the sage. We can kill a sage. Get rid of another branch of the cult. That'll be what? 3 sages killed.
And one of them was just because he was the top mercenary.
Destroy 5 silos. That's 2 servers. It's a big farm. That's definitely fair. That's cool. Go for it.
Yeah, probably. You can start here at least.
Yeah, this is a very outskirts of it. Come up, guys. I'm gonna steal all your guns.
No one saw me do it.
So they're definitely gonna see you do this. What if they still behind you?
There's one. This is 1, 2, 3.
There's another one way up there.
Ah, this whole thing right here.
Yep, there's the other turn too.
Yep.
It's a big space.
Yeah. See, that's the...
They're growing trees here. What type of trees are growing? Mastic farm. Okay.
Very big.
Alright, run.
There we go.
Someone saw you do that.
I think I might just automatically update.
Yeah, those are so good.
Yeah.
Step aside. That's fine. You are a class F4 mercenary.
I'm class S4. What are you? Class Z2.
These
That's
massive trees
totally
are
better.
crying. Tears of Chios, that is.
Mastic trees are crying. Tears of heroes. I guess then he's just remarking on the color.
I know romantic trees.
Oh, never mind. It did.
Yeah, turn off your torch. You look like an arson right now. Okay, turn off your torch.
Hey, lots of people go around carrying torches, okay?
Not in broad daylight. Unless you're doing the Olympics.
Exactly. See, I'm just taking a very roundabout way to the Olympic torch. And I just happened to cross the sea somehow.
that last one. I need to watch it blow up.
No. There we go. Mastic Farm. Complete.
These guys are kind of glitching. This struggle a lot. Oh, there's a merc following you. What's her name?
The Clean.
Is it harder than you? Or lower?
Doesn't matter.
Come on, make it look like me.
Chios Cliff. Come on, you can make that.
I want to see you make that loop.
I'm not a god.
Neither is this goon. Neither is Icaros. It's a bird.
That's a nice view.
True Assassin's Creed viewpoints right here. Look at that little island out there. Hey, I thought you burned down all the saddles. Dude, the merc's going after your boat. The merc's going for your boat. Actually, your boat's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he's not going for the boat. He's just going to the dock.
Your boat is still in the middle of the sea.
Hey, I have the gift of the gods, okay? I teleport, remember?
Poor Estacia.
She's like,
Herodotus?
what? She's like, what happened? And Herodotus and Barnabas are like, yeah, this happens a lot with him.
It happens.
He just disappears and then shows up spontaneously later on. We don't question it.
We've all learned how to pick hard cheesy to bed at times.
Poor cheesy.
Look at all of them boats up there. It's a full-on armada.
Wood needed. I gotta try doing that sometime.
You're not out here yet.
Yes, I can. See? I'm doing it right now.
That's military camp. Ooh, owl boys. You want a better wolf run?
Loot 2 treasure. Let's sneak on through.
Well, I should see what that was. Huh?
Dude, you're an archer slayer. Did you know that?
Who's doing that?
Someone who knows this shit.
Ooh, you had a line fang. Oh, whoops. I'm holding it too long. Dewey, come back here. You see nothing.
Is someone there?
No.
Yep.
I said no.
What's that noise?
It's got a little fancy. Alright. Treasure and leave. Choose one survivor. So that they might know what you're doing here. Also, there's a weapon right here.
Staff.
What is in it? First
War trophy?
I guess.
That one guy's like, hey, it's awfully quiet. Where'd everybody go?
Don't worry about it, dude. Alright, you got a question mark down by the beach that you missed.
Oh. Go there first. Caged and enraged. Hostage situation. Chip on your shoulder.
And the sage.
Every time I think of Sage now, I think of Aita, the reincarnation ones.
What?
Yeah, you know how in previous games there was a guy called a Sage?
Yeah, I got you. Like that dude from
Black-
84.
Yeah, Black Flag. Yeah, that's where they first introduced them.
What was their deals again? The sages?
Sages are basically humans with very high amounts of Isu DNA,
Okay.
and many of
Even
them,
more than like
yeah,
Desmond.
many of them have heterochromia. You know, 2 different eye colors,
Okay.
and a lot of them were basically reincarnations of Juno's husband. So they,
Okay.
yeah, so you know they had, like, over time they would succumb to like his memories or whatever,
Okay.
like his personality and stuff. That's what happened with Barth, with Black Bart and
Yeah.
what's his name in AC4. Like it was kind of a way of reincarnation. It wasn't perfect though.
Yeah.
Heck, Desmond's son is a sage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Desmond had a son.
Yeah, expanded universe stuff. I
There's also
don't.
a rock way up there.
I don't think he knew about him.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was like a one-night stand kind of thing back when he was bartending. So, yeah.
You know, I lived in this assassin conclave and then
But yeah, his son Elijah is a sage, and he was partly responsible for dealing with the instruments of the First Will and Juno.
Okay.
Yeah, they originally planned on using him to basically resurrect Juno, which he did, but then he helped.
Is there anything in here?
I thought there was treasure.
The treasure's somewhere in here.
Sorry, I've been talking, so I haven't been paying attention.
You're talking about sages.
Yeah,
There's the treasure.
Dewey. But yeah, basically Elijah and the assassin Charlotte de la Cruz stopped the instruments of the First Will and destroyed Juno's body resurrection or whatever. Basically, the plot from Black Flag and Unity and Syndicate that got wrapped up in a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, like, one of the things he said to Juno as she was perishing or whatever was, yeah, many people before, you know, people have used, like, the wisdom of Aita or whatever. The thing is, I chose not to succumb to it. Because that's the thing. Over time, basically, Aita's personality overrules the individuals, but Elijah chose not to. Like he didn't give in to the whispers and stuff.
Yeah.
He kept his personality.
He's like, I'm good.
I hope they somehow introduce him into one of the games.
Yeah, but like the modern day main character they have now is actually, you know,
Well, I think Layla's story wraps up in Valhalla.
that's not bad. You know, part of me thinks that Assassin's Creed would wrap up in Valhalla, and I know that's
I
not
don't
the
want to be
plan, they're
spotted
already
here.
working on the next one. But like, so I don't know how much you've heard about the next.
I've heard almost nothing.
What I've heard is
Hours work these days.
it's sort of like doing a divergent path sort of thing. Not like with the game,
Something.
but like so they're making two styles of games. Nowadays, you say?
Ah,
Where one of them is gonna be more like traditional Assassin's Creed, and one of them is gonna be more like this, with more exploration based. So like, some of them are gonna be traditional callbacks to like the Ezio trilogy and things like that, where you've got very much that style of Assassin's Creed.
uh-huh.
And some of them are gonna be like this, where you're just kind of going around. There is a story, but a lot of it's just you thinking around.
Just exploration.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I've heard. And I personally don't think that's a bad idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just I'm afraid of one. I'm just wondering like how much story would actually tie into like the overall series. Like, would you need to play both games in order to get the full experience or something?
I feel like you don't need to play the old Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
with AC Origins.
No, but
Like, I feel like Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla
well, yeah, with a
are
series
fairly
like this,
self-sufficient.
yeah, with a series like this, especially one that's been going on since almost 2007 at this point. Yeah, it's understandable that you don't need to necessarily play every game, but at the same time, it's like, how do they tie into each other?
I feel like if they do it right, they do it right. And if they don't do it right, then
And again, it depends on what they actually end up doing with them too. Like,
it's kind of like so the Pokemon series now has sort of models for games. They've got the traditional, they've got Let's Go, and they've got Pokemon Legends. They're all very different styles, but they all. So how much of it do you need to actually play when you get the story?
And again-
Granted, Pokemon's very episodic.
yeah, that's the thing. Where Assassin's Creed is a lot more lore and story heavy.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like when they release both Unity and Rogue.
Yeah.
It's like you don't necessarily need to play both of them, but they do connect
Yeah.
into the series as a whole. Like Unity would probably be considered the main one, since that's the one that focuses on the assassin side. Whereas Rogue's main story doesn't fill in that much of a gap, but it introduces you to some of the more other Templar characters.
Yeah. I feel like with Assassin's Creed, if you play one of the Desmond games, you need to play all of them.
Well, yeah, because his was the main plot of
Yeah.
the series at that point, so it makes sense.
And I feel like if you play one of the Layla games, you need to play all of them. But
I
granted-
think it basically depends on what they decide to do with the main modern
Yeah,
story
modern
plot.
story.
Like that will probably determine which games you would want or
I'm
need to
gonna be
play.
Legit, I think they should get rid of the modern story. It's an interesting concept and it explains what you're doing. But you don't play Assassin's Creed for the modern story.
I understand people's arguments for that. Me personally, I like where the modern plot goes, and I want to play the next game because I want to know how it connects to modern day. Like, why are we going through these time periods and experiencing these stories?
I suppose. My thing is like after they got rid of Desmond.
Yeah, after
the
they got
modern story crashed.
yeah, after they got rid of Desmond, the thing is, with Black Flag, they introduced the concept of sages.
Yes.
So that was like, okay, that reinvigorates interest. And then with Unity, they introduced, Unity kind of explored that more. Syndicate, I feel like, was more for the modern day plot. Because, again, this all tied to sages and resurrecting Juno.
What was the modern day plot of
Syndicate
Syndicate?
was you were trying...
You were still just some unnamed...
Yeah,
assassin
you were...
group.
I believe you're supposed to be the same person from Unity, and you were exploring Jacob and Evie's memories to locate the Piece of Eden. Well, that's the thing. It's like, ever since Desmond's story...
There's another wood down there.
Yeah, I feel like Desmond's saga had a very clear-cut, like, time
Actually, I don't know much
to
about
do...
it,
Time to wrap up. Like, it had to end by 2012.
Yeah.
Like, it had the whole Mind Prophecy thing.
Yeah.
After that, they tried to keep it going with sages and all that. But then, again, that wrapped up in a comic. So then they had to introduce a new modern plot with Layla. And I think that's kind of the problem at this point, where it's like, it's because they didn't wrap up the Sage one in a game, I think
Doesn't feel...
it doesn't feel complete. And so it feels like they just went from one plot to another plot. And again, I think a lot of people...
Also, the lack of, like, character.
Yeah, the lack of a continuous character. That's
Did you do the
another...
Sepulchre or not?
Oh, sorry.
Stunny Sepulchre. Oh, there it is. Fine.
Talking. Yeah, but anyway, I think that was the main thing. It's like, Desmond made the modern day. You had someone to connect to.
Yeah. It was...
Whereas afterwards, yeah, you were a nameless
Oh, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you basically were supposed to be like a self-insert character or whatever, but at the same time,
Self-insert characters only work in very certain circumstances. That's a lot of square feet.
yeah.
That's a lot of things.
The self-insert could have worked if they had stuck with that plot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, they wrapped it up in a comic, so you never saw the end of it.
I never liked self-insert.
Well,
I liked exploring Abstergo.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
I really liked exploring Abstergo.
yeah, exploring Abstergo was fine and stuff. It's just that, and again, I understand the self-insert didn't have that same connection like Desmond did. Let me just move this around. But the thing is, I think, yeah, the plot kind of suffered because they didn't finish it up in a game. So, again, if you're a casual person that only plays the main games, it's all of like, Syndicate ends, and then all of a sudden, Origins. This new character, new plot, what the heck happened?
You haven't even finished Syndicate yet.
Hello.
You should, by the way.
I know. I plan to at least, I plan to try to after this.
Whoa, that's a lot of pokey sticks. How do snakes get in?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
Just
Like, what's their goal?
sitting around.
What's their end game?
They just sit here. But yeah, because Desmond's story had a concise... Here's the thing, with the modern day story, I think pacing is the main issue.
Yeah?
Like, with Desmond's story, when you put it into context, it's supposed to take place over 4 months. Most of that, yeah. AC1,
AC1
A-
through 3?
AC1 through Revelations is like September, October of 2012.
Okay.
And then AC3 takes place all the way up to December 21st.
The guy literally just spent a whole month standing there.
Out, damn flames! Out!
I am hurting myself because I'm stepping on a pad trying to douse out fire. But yeah, I think... And then after that, of course, you know, we caught up to modern time and stuff. So it's like, okay, 2013 is Black Flag, 2014 is Unity. So, you know, months have passed between modern day gaming. And so it kind of feels like, oh, we're only taking baby steps. Whereas, again, Desmond's story yeah, it was over like 5 years or whatever development, but it took place over 4 months in game. Whereas with it,
Like, I think that's okay.
I don't mind it. It's just that when you put it in, for me, when you put it into context like that, it's like, okay, what has happened within a year,
Yeah.
gameplay-wise? And it feels like nothing really big has happened. Except when you actually put it all into context and like, okay, here's this plot point, here's this plot point, here's this plot point, and then the next game happens. Again, it's like, Unity, okay, we need to find the body of a sage. Oh, we found it, okay. Syndicate, we need to find this piece of Eden. Okay. And that's 2 years.
I mean, that feels more realistic than half a year to save the world, you know? Between Desmond being like, we're assistant, to, oh yeah, we gotta stop the apocalypse from happening.
And again, because they had, like, the whole 2012 thing
Yeah.
in the story, like, there was a goal, there was a reason to do this. Whereas, like, now it's like, what is our purpose in finding this piece of Eden?
Yeah.
What is our purpose in exploring this genetic memory? And I think that's the main reason that the modern day story is suffering, because it's not clear exactly what the major crisis is right now.
Is the major crisis right now just that Templars exist?
That's the thing. It's like, you know, it's Assassins and Templars are fighting over another piece of Eden. Why is this one so significant? Or, you know, is there some, like, again, the sage thing. It was all about finding sages and stopping the resurrection of Juno. Now that's gone. What is Layla's main drive?
Have you gotten a feel for her main drive from Origins?
Origins was just her introduction, and all you knew is that, you know, she and Abstergo were kind of butting heads because she wanted to, like, kind of do her own thing and stuff. And then she meets William Miles, and he lets her join the Assassins. This one, we're apparently trying to look for the staff of Hermes Trismegistus, and Alexios is somehow connected to it.
Okay. Well, I feel like, you know, even in the first game, all you knew was Abstergo bad, so that's forgivable. Because, I mean, her introduction establishes about as much as Vivian's introduction.
Well, yeah, with that, I think it was, again, the focus was more on Bayek and the founding of the Assassins, which is fine. That's good. And again, they had to introduce a new modern character.
Yeah.
So it's understandable that that would basically be it.
Echo Battle available.
Huh.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it just because you spent so much time in here to realize how to fight?
I don't know. My main issue with modern day stuff in the recent games is just, what is the big focus? What is the big crisis goal for Layla and this storyline? It's like, I need to know a reason why we're looking for these artifacts and finding these people. It's like, again, that's why I liked the Sage thing. Because there was a goal, there was a plot, there was a reason. And the fact that, again, Layla's story basically finishes up in Valhalla, it's like, okay, what was
the story?
Yeah, what's the big crisis? What are we trying to prevent? Why are we...
Maybe you'll find out more as this game goes on.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible I could just be jumping the gun.
Maybe the issue is you haven't gotten far enough in the game to figure out why the staff of Hermes is so important.
That is possible, yes.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I talked about, it seemed to be like, and for the record, like, when I said they were doing two versions, I read this in, like, one article, so I have not been following Assassin's Creed all that much.
Well, that's the thing, it's like, again,
I
haven't...
myself don't play it that that often.
Well, yeah,
Like 10 minutes.
And again, I've heard almost nothing about the next game. All I know is Valhalla's getting another expansion thing.
Yeah, Valhalla's getting expansion.
Yeah.
But what
Other than that, I have no idea I know nothing about the next game.
I was gonna say a bit about the next game. It seems like the more exploration focused one is the one they're going to consider like the main, and the other one, the more traditional AC, is gonna be more like the spin-off. If we take like the Unity Rogue,
Yeah.
right? Those were the two that came out.
Yep.
Unity was definitely the main game.
Yeah,
You could
Unity is
argue
definitely
that was-
considered the main one.
That was AC5.
Rogue was the
Rogue
side
was the
story.
side story. So it would
Yeah.
be, it would be more like the exploration bit, sort of like what Alexios is doing is the main one,
Yeah.
and the more Ezio-like game would be the side game. Also, there's a rumor that the main one, instead of just exploring one protagonist inside or in one time period, it could be multiple protagonists in time periods.
So kind of like what they did with Chronicles.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
you'd be looking at multiple different time periods in history.
If there's like a story that somehow connects them,
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
Like if the modern day story is good enough to warrant why we're looking at all these things.
Yeah.
You could think of it like, you know, the first three games, or I should say AC1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
were
'Cause-
all about the same storyline with Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond was the connecting factor.
Yeah. And they all played a little bit into
The overall, yeah.
the overall story there. Then it would be understandable.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
My worry is like, what's the sense of progression gonna feel like?
True, yeah.
Because like here, you've got clear progression. You upgrade your spear, you get better weapons, you upgrade Alexios' abilities.
Well, it depends if they go for the more RPG kind of upgrade, or if it's going to be like Ezio, where it's like you just unlock more weapons as the game progresses. Hello.
Yeah, well, you unlock more weapons, but also didn't you upgrade his abilities? Like
It's,
the speed at which he does double stealth takedown and things like that.
those were skills that he learned automatically throughout the game.
Oh, those were automatic.
Yeah,
I suppose it's been a while since-
the actual like skills or whatever didn't really come in until Unity.
I've been thinking about just going through playing, like all the way back to Altair 8.
Eh, you can go ahead whenever you want.
Yeah. Well, I also, you know, I have my own.
I know. I know. That's the thing. We're all busy, so
Well,
it's
and like, you know, look at the games I play. I play StarCraft. That's a time. It takes a lot of time to play StarCraft.
yeah.
Even though it doesn't have a story anymore. So I play a lot of competitive games that take up all
Yeah.
my time.
That's
I
understandable.
play a couple MMOs. They take up all my time. There's
Yeah, I know.
Hey guys, I'm gonna steal your trigger.
Can you please turn around?
It makes me nervous the way you're staring at me. What you gonna do about it?
Nothing apparently. Yeah, I guess the thing I have with modern day storylines is we need a reason to care about the modern day, and we need it to all wrap up in game.
Yeah. They made. I never saw the Assassin's Creed movie. I heard it was bad.
Here's the thing. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I'm a fan of the game, and I can fill in plot holes because I'm familiar with the game.
That's fair.
So I don't know. If I went in completely blind, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much.
That's the thing. Like, if you're going to make an adaptation of a game into something else, you need to make sure it's fair to the people who go in blind.
Yeah. So I can't really tell for sure if I personally think it was bad or not.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm familiar with the series. I know all the lore and stuff, so I don't know if I would have liked it if I went in completely blind, because I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, maybe sometime I'll watch it. See if there's any good.
Eh. But yeah, the movie does get referenced in Origins through emails and stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah. The
Because-
emails in the real
Well,
life
yeah, that-
reference like the comics and the movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like all Assassin's Creed stuff is connected. It's just unfortunate for those that, again, only play the games that
Yeah.
you're only getting like part of the story.
Yeah.
What do I want?
Something you use. You can do that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like all of my abilities that I actually use have been fully upgraded.
You could do the short range.
Yeah,
scan. You
eh,
could just
why
make it a
not?
Bigger radius.
Bigger radius.
If all the stuff you use is fully upgraded, then you just start throwing points at things.
Pretty much. Okay, that's everything in this region.
Yeah, except for the side quests.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them.
There's one right in front of you.
Well, too bad. I'm going for this one.
Wow, Alexios. You suck.
Good day.
Also, I still think it was a mistake to go before the Crusades. I think it was a mistake to go as recent as Victorian England, and I feel like it was a mistake to go as ancient as before the Crusades.
I don't mind going back more because there are a lot of time periods where you could
Yeah.
do a good game, like again Valhalla and all that other stuff.
Yeah. My main thing is like, if you're gonna call them the Assassins and the Templar,
Mm-hmm.
that was the reason why I worked for AC1 is because that's when the Assassins and the Templar operated.
Well, that's when they were more public. That's the thing. After
Well,
that, they
yeah,
went
but
underground
the
again.
historical Assassins and the historical
Yeah.
Templar. Because this is basically saying this is the true history.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's also a little problem I have with this and partly Valhalla is the whole choose your gender thing.
Yeah.
Because only one is technically canon within the historical context.
Yeah. And it's always the one that they don't put on the box art.
I know because they don't because they don't think females will sell as much. Supposedly.
Oh, this guy about to die.
What do I want to upgrade? So yeah, it's like if the next Assassin's Creed has a choose your gender option at the beginning, that's gonna lower it for me a little bit. Because that's basically again saying only one of these is canon within the lore of the game, but which one?
Yeah.
And if it turns out to be the female one again, it's just I'm just gonna be like, why not just make it female then? Why have the option?
They're
It's like with this I can
really shouldn't be afraid of making. Is that?
yeah, he's just chilling out.
Never beat a mercenary like me.
Sure, whatever you say.
Be fighting words, but
It's like with this I can understand because like oh the spear had 2 sets of DNA on it. Okay, that's fine. But again, historical context, only one of them is canon.
yeah.
Alexios is not the canon one. Cassandra is.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate for all those that chose to play Alexios because he was the one that all the advertising was for. And then again, with Valhalla, Eivor has only one gender. So that one makes a little less sense
Yeah.
for it to be an option.
Let me go! Let me
like-
out! Artemis sent you to save me!
I feel like a little more forgiving. Than the next one.
Yeah, because again, 2 sets of DNA.
Yeah, and like. the
And
other
they're
one's
two
gonna
and
end
they're
up
two
being
separate and they're 2 separate characters. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Valhalla, no, it's only Eivor.
You'll be paid.
No shield for you. Bye bye.
We know there's 2 new skills.
places. Many thanks, Two Legs. It's not safe to speak here, though. Meet me behind the temple in Chios City.
He's a wolf, wait.
Okay.